Hello, my name is Stephanie and this video is about travel, one of my favorite subjects. I've always loved to travel. I love going to other countries and learning the history and meeting new people and learning about their culture and even picking up little bits of their language. As a teacher, I've been very fortunate to travel on my school breaks and summers. But even though I work extra jobs and I save my money, I still have to find low-cost ways to travel. So this video is about finding those low-cost ways to travel. In the last 4 years, I've traveled to about 25 countries. And in planning those trips, I've picked up a few tips. So I'm hopeful that this video will be helpful to you so that you can go and follow your own travel dreams. Okay, I'm really glad to get the camera off of me and onto my computer. I'm going to type in Google Flights. Click on the first option there. All right, so Google Flights, how exciting. First thing we're going to do is before we start typing in all of our dream destinations, we're going to use Google Flights to explore options, okay? First, you need to establish where your home airport is. Now, instead of using multiple searches to search out of different airports, what you can do is you click nearby airports, okay? You select the ones that are near you. I'm in San Jose, California, but often I'll fly out of Oakland or San Francisco because they're also fairly close. Okay, then let's pick some dates. Now this is completely unrehearsed. Let's do spring break. Okay, spring break, you know what, it's spring break. Everyone's traveling on spring break. The prices are not going to be super low, but I just found flights for $400 and let's see what we can find today, okay? So we're going to leave maybe the 13th and we'll just pick the 23rd, okay? It's a good bit of time to go over there. So, all right, now we're going to click on Explore Destinations. This is awesome. I love this feature of Google Flights. What you can do is you type in, like as we just did, our home airports, and you type in your dates, okay? Just type in some dates. This works especially if you have exact number of days or time, like dates that you can go, okay? So like for me being a teacher, I only have my spring break, okay? I can't go 2 weeks earlier or 2 weeks later. This is an option that I would use for if I have a long weekend. Seriously, if you have a long weekend, like a 3 days or 4 days off, and you want to go somewhere but you don't know where to go, use this option. It's awesome. So I then can search by price, or times, airline, anything else. But searching by price is typically what I do. I'm going to scoot this down here to like $800, and see what I can get. So let's see. Now, it looks like I've got some cheap domestic travel here. San Francisco to Seattle or Minneapolis, Charlotte. Looks like I can go to Mexico City. If I go over here, looks like I can go to Tokyo, Beijing, Shanghai. Highly recommend Shanghai. It's amazing. And in Europe, it looks like I can go to Dublin for $720 or London. Okay, now if those aren't the places you want to go, don't worry. Okay, you can always book to those cities and then book their super low discount airlines like Ryanair, Vueling, even Aer Lingus has some great flights for like $17. Highly recommend doing it that way. So that is how you use the Explore Map option. Okay, so another option you can do, and I'm just going to go over this briefly. Again, make sure you put in your home airports and your dates that you want to go. Discovering destinations. Sometimes you don't know where to go and you don't know why you should go to certain cities. So discovering destinations. I've already put in my dates. Maybe I want to focus on Europe. I can click on Europe and it's going to come up for me suggested cities based on my Google searches that it thinks would be nice for me. I could go to Munich and it tells you what it's known for. It's known for its Oktoberfest, museums, castles, beer, and shopping. You can go to Rome. Looks like we've got the Roman Empire, the basilicas, Gladiator. Zurich. Oh, lakes and salsa. I would not have guessed salsa, but very cool. So we could click out of that. We could go to any destination, but we can do interests. Maybe we want to do some adventure travel, okay? Wow, these are places that I maybe hadn't even considered, and oh, Macau, bungee jumping, casinos, shopping and gambling. I guess if that's your idea of adventure. So it just is another really cool way of exploring where you can go and when. So just wanted to share that little bit with you as well. All right, so now let's start searching for our flights. Okay, so we want to have our local airports, San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland. And let's say you know where you want to go. You want to go to London. Okay, there you go. LON is London. We're going to enter in our spring break dates because that's what everyone's searching right now, and we'll just keep it consistent. I want to show you this before I head off of it, is that Google Flights does give you a calendar view of cheapest dates. Now, spring break is usually pretty set if you're a teacher. However, if you are someone with more flexibility, you could maybe go in May. And look, we can already see some low-cost round-trip flights here. You can also click on flexible dates, and you have a bit of a matrix here. This is kind of fun. And a price graph, of course. And so this you can really see. You can scroll through and see how the prices are going to increase or decrease depending on when you leave and when you want to come back. Lowest fares for a 10-day trip. Okay, so we're going to go to the calendar. We've already got our dates set. Enter here. Okay, now these flights that come up here are round trip. Okay, Google has identified these flights here as your best bet trips. These are your more comfort flights, the ones that are non-stop. If that's important to you, then by all means you can get these non-stop flights. It looks like they're not much more expensive than the lowest cost flights here, which are $653. Some of them have one stop, and then actually all of them have one stop. So that's if you know where you want to go and you have the exact dates that you want to go. But let's say maybe you don't know where you want to go. Let me refresh this page. All right, so let me see. Let's type in, now you can Google search some really cheap destination airports where the fares are just typically very low. I've identified these as Oslo, Copenhagen, and Stockholm. So now I'm searching 3 departure airports and 3 arrival airports, in all different countries. Okay, Google will be able to search all of them. Okay, so you can see here, these are some of the best flights, and including one of the best flights is also the cheapest flight. $644, you're going to stop in Zurich, and you arrive in Stockholm. Okay, that's a really great cheap flight. But look here. Here's what's another great thing about Google Flights. I'm not going to say this is the great thing about Google Flights because there's lots. But here, date tip. Save $172 if you leave on Friday, April 14th and return on Monday, April 24th. Okay, so you're still going to have your 10 days in Europe. You're just leaving 1 day later and arriving 1 day later. And look at how much money you save. Let's click on it. $472. And look, this one is nonstop. Okay, Oakland to Stockholm. I mean, that's pretty great. $472, that's even less than what I just paid. So maybe I should have waited a minute. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's say I want to show you something else. So what if you want to go to a more expensive city like Paris? Okay, so you want to go to Paris. Paris, the lowest flight here that it's suggesting is $955. Okay, you can save money here if you return on this Thursday, but you know what, that's kind of a long trip. Maybe you can't take that much time off of work. So let's look at this instead. Let's try, instead of flying into Paris, oftentimes it's easier and cheaper to fly into some of those lower cost destination airports that I mentioned. So let's look at Oslo, okay? Oslo, it's gonna be $656 for the dates that we mentioned here. If you leave a day later, we can cut it down to 582. Then let's look here now, okay? So I just opened up another window to Google Flights. I'm gonna type in, where did that one fly into? Oslo? Okay, I'm gonna type in Oslo as our departure airport and Paris as our arrival, and I'm gonna book one way here, okay? One-way flight. Sorry, I've got to change the dates now. So we were arriving on April 15th, okay? One-way ticket, look, $49. Okay, so what you would do then is you would fly into Oslo. Maybe you'd spend the afternoon in Oslo. And then the next day, or if you arrive in the morning, then you leave in the evening. And look, $50. So therefore, you save about $250. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. So for me, because my travel plans are flexible, I tend to book into the cheaper airports and then take one of these little puddle jumper airplanes to wherever I decide I want to go. Sometimes I'm watching the weather. Sometimes I'm figuring out who I'm going to travel with or who I'm going to go visit. So that is another way of doing it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. By all means, go and travel and explore, because you only live once and it's a big world out there. So thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so I finished the video, but I just wanted to show you very quickly what would happen if you did the same search with another booking website like Orbitz. Sorry, motorcycle going by. So we've got San Francisco to Paris with the same dates of spring break. Go ahead and click search. Let's see what comes up. Wow, I'm already seeing. Okay, well, we've got $1,000 here, but why would you pay $1,000 when you can pay $400 or $600? That just seems really silly to me. So the key here is being flexible and searching your options and using Google Flights, because there's really nothing better out there, in my opinion. So thanks for watching, and please leave a comment and let me know if this was helpful to you. Okay, thanks. Bye.